5. Let's ninja. That's not what I was supposed to do there, but kind of worked out. Oh, I see what I'm actually supposed to think. Oop. There we go. That is a not OSHA approved zip line. Looking too far ahead. Couldn't quite tell if that was oh. Dang it. I should have just punched the gun. I'd grab the ceiling, ninja. NG. I see where I goofed this. Ooh! I was like, oh no, I missed, and then I did it too good. Oops. Why is my timing so bad? There we go. So close. Aww. Okay. Making this man commune with all the demons. I almost had it. It was almost cool. It was almost an intentional skip that time. Yeah. That time I just jumped bad. That's a whole fun new way to die. I almost did it again. Hello.
I'm here. I was having breakfast.
Makes sense.
Most people at this time of day would be there, but you know.
Night shift.
Yep.
I'm.
Oh, you're. I remember this specific challenge being very annoying to this group.
It's annoying, but I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah,
I did
the
that.
game is great, but like, man, timing on this is tight.
Yeah. I've been here for a little bit.
This one takes some time. That is a hard shot to make. Through that gap.
Yeah. I've made it to the like last teleporting eye a few times.
Yeah, like I got within like visible range of the thing I needed to hit multiple times, just could not quite make it. I did eventually get it, but it took me some time.
It's that one. That's the one that I can't do. Yet.
Yeah, it's tricky. See, this is what I mean about like sometimes a game will give you movement options, but it's like a threat. As soon as I saw those teleporting eye things, I was like, oh, Jesus. I knew they were gonna get it, but this is kind of weird shit.
Ah!
Time. Goddamn. So how's it been?
Good. Now that I'm not painfully pooping my guts out.
That does usually Oh, I forgot you mentioned you started playing Demon Souls.
I did.
I love that game.
It was on sale. Oh my god. Just kill me. I am having a good time, but I'm still very early.
Yeah. That like I said, that game is longer than I expected it to be. When I first picked up Demon School, I was expecting a much shorter experience. But that game's got legs.
If I get stuck there, I don't quite know how to recover from that.
Yeah, that teleport into the open, like vertical shaft, two fire spitting mass head things. It feels like if you don't nail that teleport as soon as you come through that side, you're really trapped in that shaft. I guess you could like wall hang, maybe.
Nope, because you can't, like, wall... Because I have that problem with all of the sections involving the fire-spitting things, apparently.
Oh, I meant like wall hang on the other side, like opposite of the thing you need to shoot.
Oh, I
It'll
guess...
probably take too much time, because by that point in the run, you're always down to that last little bit of like time/life.
Hi, Grav, in the chat.
I'll see it.
And then sometimes you just do that. Ninja Gaiden.
The game is very good, but this shit is tedious.
Fuck. Oh, I am dumb. Forgot to hit the square button there. Oops. That's a new one.
Oh yeah, since your last stream, tried out that Lord of the Fallen. It's available on the
Yep.
yeah, I don't know about that one, man.
That seems to be the general consensus on Lords of the Fallen.
Like, the game itself is not, it's not like bad, because I've played some bad Souls games, right?
Yeah.
I've played some of those that are just straight up garbage. That is not like garbage in the game. It's jank. It feels, everything feels so light, like you hit R1 to swing, even if you're swinging like a big two-handed sword or a hammer, it just doesn't really feel like there's any feedback on it. It's like, wish you were.
It says you're a fan of Blasto, Grav. That's what that says.
Yeah. I don't know. Something about that game feels Swords of the Fallen.
We did it.
Nailed it. Oh, that last minute quadcopter is get through.
It really is. I mean, I've also never played Blasto, but I am very familiar with Blasto.
I've never played Blasto before, unless we're talking about the Hammer Spectre series.
It had, oh, who's the SNL guy whose wife may have murdered him? Or something.
Can't help.
The guy who was like Lionel Hutz in The Simpsons. Yeah. He's Blasto.
Okay. Like, here's my secret. I have never cared about Saturday Night Live.
That's fair.
Like, I've seen a couple of skits over the years in isolated formats, but yeah, no. It's never been my thing. But yeah, Lords of the Fallen, weird, kind of janky, everything feels very light, and like, there's one thing I do like about it, which is that it has like a Soul Reaver thing going on, where there's a world you're in when you die, and a world you're in when you're alive. You can switch back and forth between them. And there's like, oh, here's in the spirit world, there's all this weird shit, and the water just actually now I think it's very Soul Reaver, but like the whole aesthetic and mood of the game is very heavy on the like religious angle of like, oh, there's this god of light, and everybody's gonna wear like gold and carry crosses and be covered in thorns. There's a lot of stuff about repenting and blood and flails, etc. And it's just like, this feels a lot like Blasphemous, where it's like, this is some kind of weird thing for people who are like way into self-flagellation, or at least the vibe of that. And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Not into self-flagellation.
Not really, no.
Fair.
Or just the whole like hyper-religious Inquisition vibe that it gives off, you know?
Yeah.
The very Dark Ages, Witchpire kind of attitude.
This man is a pirate enthusiast.
I like Kitty a lot.
Ah. Oh. I should have expected there was a reason for that and not just, you know, fun. Oh, I've messed this all the way up. Let's try that again. I've messed this all the way up again. Let's Try that again. Oh my god, I need to remember things from 30 seconds ago.
That's full order.
Yeah. I did the really cool one, and now I can't do this really basic one.
Okay, this time, God, okay. This time, though. Also, I just feel the need to mention this. Whenever I open up PlayStation View and I hover over Street Fighter 6, it's just Alex looking at me. I don't like it.
He knows what he did. Does that do anything over here? No. I guess we'll come up and around and get the other thing. Oh, ghost fish! Luckily, these are not as horrendous as Ninja Gaiden Black ghost fish.
Constant waterfall in the background just makes me think of Bubble Man from Mega Man 2 stage.
I can see it. Oh, ghost skeleton pirate. That's cool.
Poor Skeleton Pirate. He tried.
He tried very hard. Did not last very long, but he looked really cool for the split second he was alive. Oh, there he is. Yeah, look at that guy. Oh, he does cool jumps. Ow. No. There's gonna be something up there at some point.
I love a good ghost ship. Throwing that out there while you're in this zone.
Fair. I think I've messed this up. Can I, like, reset
Not
this?
climb across the ceiling?
Did someone forget that you can climb across the ceiling yet again?
That would never happen.
That would never
That
happen.
would never happen. I want to admit, my first thought was, oh, maybe you can just, like, bounce on that guy, and I was like, no, that's too far. And I was like, well, you can reach the ceiling.
I was like, oh, I have to bounce on that guy. And then grab onto, like, the side of the boxes.
You thought it was going to be some super complex jump, when really, you just kind of crawl.
You just climb on the ceiling. You just strider it.
Use that upper body strength.
Whoa! The elevator. Oh. Oh god. Some of those elevators.
In
Yeah.
a video game, would you rather have a slow elevator like this, or a fast elevator that then makes the platform more difficult because it is faster?
Probably a slow one,
Okay.
if I'm being honest. Hey look, it's the skull that was on the other side of the scarab.
You reach the other side of that.
Donkey Kong!
I will say one thing I really enjoyed about this is that you use the level challenges as a good gauge of how far you can go from the level.
Yeah.
That one you got was for killing 10 of these skeleton pirates. So it's like, okay, cool. When you get that, and you haven't died and like reset and fought extra skeleton pirates, you are aware that like you've now completed the challenge. There's probably not going to be too many more skeleton pirates in the level. It means you're probably close to the end.
Sometimes you just fall into a pit.
Well, yeah.
Down, lady. Ooh, oh boy. Is there something else the other direction, or was that wanted me to get? Let's find out. There was something else in the other direction, turns out.
Nice. Every chat agrees, like ships slash ghost ships.
That is, yeah.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen those. I don't think I've ever seen a ghost airship.
The Skies of Arcadia 2, that feels like that would be a thing.
That's explicitly what I was thinking. I was like, I don't even think they did that in Skies of Arcadia. It would have been the perfect time for that.
You're not wrong. Nope, jump up, thank you. Ghost pirate. Only kind of just tanked my way through that, but you know.
Whatever it takes to get through the level.
Oh, I missed a scarab.
Oh, it was probably. Oh man, and they taunt you by showing you the stairwell when it's on the wall. Right if it's the one you missed, and not like one upcoming.
It could be one upcoming.
Wait, you missed the same place you were before?
No, because the little cannons are going the other direction now.
Okay. I almost felt like I had a stroke there. It really threw me off.
Because last time I was riding the cannons to the right, and this time I'm riding the cannons. I'm like fighting against the ride of the cannons. Oh my god.
That's just when you drop down there, the layout of that little area with the checkpoint is exactly the same as the previous one.
The question... Okay, that's probably forward. I don't want to go that way. Because there was a checkpoint. I want to go up. Where did all of these guys come from?
They were there.
Oh god, it's a Kraken. Take it. But also, it turns out that one was the one that I missed.
Hey. This is a very silly sequence. Where they do the Gaiden stuff with weird jump kick thing. Is that particular move for like air bounce? Does that have like a name?
In this game, it's like the guillotine something, but
Okay. I was wondering if it had like, you know how some things are just standardized across Metroidvanias, like, you know, you get the double jump or the wall jump or whatever.
yeah.
Like, I don't know if there's a name for the like bounce on an enemy's head move. Oh, now I remember this boss. I hate this boss.
Oh, good.
I mean, visually, I hate this boss.
Oh,
I don't
fair.
like the stomach. Reminds me of one of those frogs with the babies in it.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Messed it up. I messed it up again. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
It's not going well.
My number one weakness in these types of games are projectiles that bounce.
Just gonna... We're gonna try that again.
Yeah.
And this time, we're gonna do good.
That is the plan. You know what? Let's settle for both.
Yes. Always make improvement. Small or great. That's the plan. I don't know if that was an improvement or not.
I mean, you definitely got more hits in. It was much more active.
Ah, tentacles. A fun new thing to watch out for.
Yeah, this one's kind of a pain in my butt. The boss itself, and I feel like this kind of holds true for a lot of games. The boss is much more annoying than the level itself is.
Yes. I feel like that's kind of the secret of Ninja Gaiden also. Is like, even on like the NES, like I remember really enjoying like some of the platforming levels, and then the bosses were just annoying. Like, I don't know if this, you know, speaks to other people's Ninja Gaiden experience, but I will say that in my case, I remember a lot more Ninja Gaiden levels on the NES than I do bosses.
What would you say you spent more time on?
To a certain degree, I would say levels, just because they do tend to be a little longer, just in general.
Well, yeah, and that would be my default assumption. I was just curious. Because
Yeah.
it's a case of, like, some of these bosses are so annoying that the length of time I spent doing that was actually more than the...
Yeah.
I will say, with all these bouncing enemies, it just makes me really wish the swings like a vertical swing.
Yeah.
A little more upward range.
Bonk. Either that or like just go full Strider and like you like kind of point the sword slightly diagonally up. Okay, so I need to not jump away from the claw. That's what's getting me.
Yeah, I would recommend the roll. I hate that little ground shockwave that comes from the throwing projectile, because I keep thinking that it stops after a bit.
No, it seems to just go full screen.
Yeah, it goes the full rune, but it fades out visually before it picks up again. So I keep thinking that it stopped when it hits me back.
Okay. I think I can do this first phase better. I say as I, you know, immediately take a hit. But, you know.
And the good news is, because you do have your, like, super attack saved up, like, a third of this boss's health bar, so it would be a quarter at the time.
That's true.
You basically just delete a large chunk of the stuff.
I like that I was like, I got this, and then proceeded to not get this remotely. Ow.
Bouncing projectiles.
Annoying.
Also taking shockwaves to the back.
Yeah. Dang it. That was more what I was talking about, where I was like, I think I can, as soon, before the tentacles get involved, I think I've kind of got this, if I can just execute correctly. But then as soon as the tentacles get involved, that's when, that's when the problem starts. You know what I'm saying? Also, I need to remember that I can do this more. That might be the secret to deal with the bouncing projectiles.
A large part of this boss in Gaiden for me was just having to constantly be aware of all the bullshit it's putting on screen. So many of its attacks are like delayed by a little bit. They're not immediately threatening.
Oh, I tried to do the big attack and it didn't work. I think I may have hit the wrong button combination. Or I just mashed it too hard in there. Up.
Who can say? Also, this thing just reminds me of Sephiroth.
Yeah. I was gonna say with the tentacles, it was like weird demonic fucking Ileoi from 2XKO.
Oh yeah. That's way too scrawny.
That's true. Oh god. This is doing different things. Dang it.
Still, that went well.
Yeah.
Also, not related to this boss, or this game in particular, something I was thinking of. Because while I was watching you fight this, I was thinking of that, the first boss you fight in Bloodstain,
Yeah.
big tentacle lady on the ship.
Yes.
Like a super rad design, and also just like a super big, imposing looking boss. But it's kind of wasted on the fact that it's the one you fight in the tutorial.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, more games should have a, like, boss match later, where you fight, like, a better / just leveled up version of the boss. Like, I know that a lot of people see that as recycling, but, like, I think it's cool when you have an early game boss that you can fight a stronger version of it. Especially if you have such a solid design like the boss fights.
Yeah. I think it depends on how it's used, is where people will probably talk about,
Well, yeah,
you know...
not just like, hey, throw this in there to fill space.
Yeah.
This is a cool design, and I feel like there's a lot of cool boss designs in Metroidvanias especially, that are like, oh, this is like an early, super easy boss, and then this is gone. It was so cool looking.
It got real weird for a second there. Because you just kept releasing the ones that have give the super move.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the delay is on, like, how long it is before you can stun the boss again with a super move. And I don't think there's any kind of visual indicator. It's kind of...
Oops.
Okay, I think I'm starting to see, like, the pattern whenever the tentacle comes out of, like, how you can kind of, like, back up, swing a bit, like...
Yeah.
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the safe zones.
I feel like I'm also starting to see the safe zones. It's just a matter of executing. Which is constantly my problem with these boss fights, is that, like, I can see the pattern, it's just that sometimes I'm really bad at executing the pattern.
Also, I kept forgetting that you could use the shuriken to, like, stun the boss.
Yeah.
Actually got to it. That is probably the much safer way to do it. Make it a little bit less damage. Also, the shuriken goes through enemies, right?
Yes.
Like the power up.
Yes. Ah! Shockwaves. I had a train of thought, and I forgot what I was going to about. Oh, it was, like, boss reuse and stuff. And it's a thing, because I enjoy the Yakuza games.
Yeah.
Apparently there are, like, over the course of the entire series, there's, like, maybe 12 bosses, apparently, because, like, they all just kind of copy each other's movesets, and I don't notice it at all.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is that Yakuza is like, and I'm going to use this term incredibly loosely, a realistic beat-em-up series.
Yes.
There's only so much realistic you can have with bosses. Like, it's a bunch of guys who are going to try to punch and kick you.
Yeah.
Throw you. Like, you mix it up by giving them weapons occasionally.
It's just funny to me that, like, I'll be reading stuff and it's like, oh, this move is this move from a previous game, and I'm like, oh, is it? I didn't know that at all. Oh god.
You use a lot of it's in the presentation.
Yeah.
Change up the look of it enough. It's fine.
Yeah.
You ever had to fight a guy using like Captain?
The closest you get is, like, Naito does a Destino. You fight some wrestlers, like, and they do their actual wrestling move. It's funny. There we go.
Nice.
Satisfied with your pirate adventure? Shut up.
Funny thing is, I don't think I used any of the other unlockable weapons that you get for, what's her name? Kiori?
Mori.
Kimori. I think I pretty much just stuck with her default, Because
The Castlevania axe.
yeah, the arc on that is super useful sometimes. Same with the super attack. Like just the big barrage of exploding kunai is too useful.
Oh! It was almost really cool. Oops.
Wow. One knife throwing demon is giving you the business.
A little bit. It seems suspect. And yet there is nothing there. Oh. I've not messed it up. I've kind of messed it up.
That's fine.
Hey, there was a ceiling there that I could have grabbed and not died from.
Good to know for next time.
Yeah.
Someday you'll remember you're playing an Ninja Gaiden game.
This is the first one that lets you climb on the ceiling.
That's ridiculous. It continues to seem really weird to me. This is the first one that had ceiling climbing. So, okay, what games before this had the ceiling climbing?
Strider.
Is this Bionic Commando? Could you do that in Bionic Commando?
Oh, you could grapple onto the ceiling.
Okay. Could you do it in the Contra? I don't think so.
What does it want from me here?
Jesus, that was a long run
Yeah.
without refilling your stuff.
I needed to not jump there. I just needed to run.
The timing on these is so strict. I get it's a bonus game. Still.
Wow.
I also have another theory on how to save a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
That bit where you drop down and do the stick jump kick off of the blue orb
Yes.
into the teleporter. Maybe they want you to drop down sooner and like projectile the orb and the teleporter on your way down.
I do have a thought about that now that I've seen this. Second. I do that! Nope. That's
It's a fucking really tight aim on that though. It's at the bottom of the fucking screen. I don't even know if your projectile will reach it before it counts.
I don't think I can. Because that time I did what I was trying to do there. And it
I don't
didn't.
think the projectile travel time isn't enough to
Yeah, because
It was a thought, but I don't think that's a viable plan.
so close. I think that's what it wants me to do, is it wants me to, like, wall kick and not just climb, because I think that's slower.
This is basically just a speed run one very small portion of this game. Use all the tricks.
Oh god. Jesus. Okay. That was the answer, by the way. But
Then it just keeps fucking going. Huh. Oh. So, just checking. Did you actually collect that or not?
yes, I did.
Okay, good. I couldn't quite tell if it counted or if that was time running out of the last moment.
Nah, I've got
Ugh.
three scarabs, because that was one of the triple scarabs. Oh.
I was gonna say, because if you didn't get that and wanted to just leave and not try it again, I would understand. That was tense. Good job, though.
I feel like we are the opposite, because, like, if you give me a precision platforming thing, I will be, like, not unhappy about it, but I will do it.
I will do it as long as there is a reward I care. Like, I would have been upset to get to the end of that and find out the reward was a triple scarab. Especially after I got to this point in the level and found just another triple scarab right there. Like, again, Love Eternal was a really difficult precision platform. And I played that whole game because the reward was you find out what Tier 4 game is about. Give me good presentation and a story, and lock it behind a precision platformer, and I have no choice. But I'm not going to do it for a power up unless it's like a really good one. Speaking of doing things for power ups, I did pick up that Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection.
Nice.
And I was playing through Battle Network 1 episode collection. One of those things, forgot how grindy that game was.
Yes.
Because
And
specifically of the point where when you win a battle, you get either a chip or money.
yes.
And it's like, oh, this means grinding to buy things from the shop takes even longer. Because you can't guarantee you're going to get money after every fight. Also playing it has made me remember that I think I played way more of the second Battle Network.
That would make sense. So the Battle Networks that I have played are 1 through the collection, 3, and then a little bit of 5 and 6. But I should play more of both, 2 and then also 5 and 6. The one thing I will also say, as someone who has played Battle Network 1 somewhat recently, oh my god, those dungeons in, like, the back half of the game are the worst.
Okay, good to know. The main thing I've noticed at this point, since you're is just the encounter rate seems wildly variable.
Yes.
So sometimes I'll be running around trying to get into a fight and it just won't happen, and sometimes it's like I get literally 3 steps in the fight.
Oh.
And there's some annoyance with like, okay, I don't know what kind of random enemies I'm gonna be fighting. Like, you know, it could be any of these different groupings of enemies.
Yes.
And I need the chip from one of these groups of enemies, so I have to run around until that enemy shows up, and then do well enough to get a chip, and then hope that I get a chip and not nothing. And then also, if I get a chip, it might be the wrong code on the chip. There's a lot of like just things that you just have to kind of hope that the RNG goes your way. That said, the actual gameplay is still very fun.
Very true.
Fought Fireman.exe and wiped him in like 4 hits. It was great. It's like, you know what helps with the boss fight? Just having a deck full of swords.
This doesn't seem... Oh. I thought that was a pit, but it was a pit, but it was a pit that I was supposed to go down.
The trick was to follow the skeleton tires.
Apparently. I did not do any of the challenge. But I'm still a greater ninja somehow. I feel like a C should not...
You made it through that whole fucking Komori section, so fuck it.
That's neat. I don't want to get the things that make...
Oh yeah, this level. Oh, those spear guys are annoying as shit. Forgot about them. But yeah, after experiencing a bit of the grind from Battle Network, I did have the thought of maybe I should just skip to Battle Network.
I feel like that game might have like little cheatsy modifiers that you can do to like
modifiers for the first game to make it easier to get through.
Yeah.
I did notice there was a thing I could turn on that was like Mega Buster mode or something.
Oh yeah, that's what it. Yeah. I think I did eventually.
It just makes your default gun maxed out from the start or something.
Yeah. I think I did that at some point when the grinding got a little too much, and I was like, I don't want to deal with this. I just want to go, look at that guy! He got knives.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
That particular enemy reminds me of a hag from Neo 2. I don't think she was in Neo 1. The regular hag enemy in Neo 2 just has a very big knife and will just run at you with it. Very fun enemy. I like fighting it. But... Neo 2 is great. I keep thinking sometimes that I should like replay Neo 2 and also just stream a little bit of it to show off the different cool bosses and stuff that show up later in that series. Like, some of the DLC bosses for Neo 2 are incredible. Also, one of the DLC bosses, funny enough, is just the big spider guy from like Ninja Gaiden Black. Big spider ninja dude.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that until I fought him when I played the Ninja Gaiden back like 3 days ago. Which makes sense because, you know,
Team Ninja.
same developer, and also you can fight Ryu Hayabusa in those games. Or not Ryu, but like a different Hayabusa. With his ancestors. And unlock sick Hayabusa ninja gear and moves.
I want to say you can do that in Rise of the Ronin as well. Like, get Ryu Hayabusa moves.
That makes sense.
That, I believe, is also a Team Ninja joint.
Yep. It is, and I know this because when I saw they were making that for another Neo, I was annoyed. And they actually made Neo 3, and I'm like,
But where's Rise of the Ronin 2?
No, it's more just like, why did you do this? Why make Neo like this? It's really just the splitting the equipment between 2 different forms, essentially. So it's like, oh, all of your light armor is linked to your ninja form, all your heavy armor is linked to your samurai form. Swap back and forth between them. And it's like, I don't like this one. I just want to be a guy. So a lady.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A gender-neutral guy.
Yeah. Someday I might give Neo 3 a shot. Also, there's some really weird shit going on with the story of that game.
Which way is forward? Is it... Oh, you can't go down, so the only way is up. I thought I could go down.
I think these little purple guys might be really stupid. Because their only power is to make the platforming more difficult. Also, while I understand this game is like a Metroidvania, something about those flaming skeletons in particular, they feel like the most Castlevania enemy I've ever seen. Like the flaming skulls that shoot fireballs.
Yeah.
I think it might be the fireballs they spit are reminiscent of the big Dracula fireball.
A little bit.
The larger circular ones you fire.
Oh, I'm out of
shuriken juice.
Out of shuriken juice. Problem. Or not, because I can just do that. Ah, fire. Thank you, platforming bit, for giving me a lot more health. And then I missed.
Oh yeah, you still got that chain kill thing on, I forgot.
Yes.
Still maybe the best relic in this game.
Platforming bad.
That's what this reminds me of. This particular setup on that platforming bit reminded me of something when I was trying to place it. It's Mega Man 2 Wily's Castle. The long vertical wall on the right, you have to do complicated platforming to the left side that's open.
Yeah.
Very specific, but like, I just had a flashback like that.
I was gonna say the enemies that are there to make the platforming more difficult reminded me of the disappearing, reappearing blocks from Mega Man and Mega Man 2 as well. I'm not gonna make that. Yeah. Okay. Try that again.
In your defense, that dude with the power up ran in way too late.
Yeah.
will say though, the enemies that have the power-ups, even though the power-up works very functionally different, they remind me of Altered Beast.
Eyes from your grave.
Were you also not expecting to make it to that power-up in time?
Yeah.
Because I noticed you shot up at it and like stopped for a moment.
Oh wait, this was back where I came. I'm confused. Where do I go?
You did go backwards.
Oh, I just need to keep. Oh, I went here. Okay. I have spatial awareness. Again. Wait, this is just back where I came from. Is it?
Yep. You're going this way.
I hate this museum.
You gotta go, so that bit where you open the door, you gotta go back.
Yeah, I'm realizing that.
That was actually the beginning of the level.
Oh, it was.
The beginning of this part of the level. Originally, you got to a locked door forward and came back to get you the one. You drop down. The really annoying part of the stage.
Great.
Look at these fucking guys. I will say it might just be because I like the aesthetics of that like, castle museum area so much. It was kind of a bummer to get to this cave.
There. Wait, healing. Oh, right into the sewer. What is this? Digimon story? Time Stranger? I guess you're supposed to try and get those guys like on transition, but it just seems a little easier to just go, I don't care.
Yeah. There is a trick to get them to drop their armor, but life really can't do what it is. I know they do it when they go back to work. fighter samurai guy that was rude, but it did actually work. Also, those floating samurai archetypes make me think of Fish Kid from Darkstalkers.
Fair. Darkstalkers come up a lot lately.
Just like Darkstalkers, man.
That's fair.
It's cool, and well, I was thinking of before I talked to you about RE9 and Leon fatigue, and I was like, it's honestly kind of weird that of all of the like Resident Evil characters who have guest starred in fighting games, Leon hasn't been.
Yeah, it's just
It's Jill, Wesker, and
Chris,
Chris,
Jill,
right?
Wesker, and Nemesis.
Yeah. So it's like it's weird that Leon isn't one, considering I feel like he'd be like one of the more appropriate ones to be in a fighting game. Just fucking roundhouse kicks and suplexes and whatnot. Oh, also, enjoy this boss fight, which I think is actually one of the harder ones in the game.
So confused already. Let's try that again.
But yeah, it led to me thinking of what fighting game star in. I was like, I feel like Leon would be a great guest star. I mean, I don't know, because on the one hand, I feel like he'd be a great guest star for Darkstalkers, because, he'd be a great guest star for multiple fighting games. Darkstalkers has a bunch of monsters that should work. But then I was thinking, like, maybe for Darkstalkers they would rather have, like, a Nemesis, Tyrant, Mr. X style star. Or they would go the other route and just go for, like, Jill. I don't know. But I feel like Leon would be okay.
I'm not fully seeing this boss. That's okay. We'll be here for a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, this one took me a bit, for sure. I believe this is a boss where I did not, like, sleep on it, but I did go get something in the middle of the fight. So I'm just gonna leave this paused for a bit.
Stop putting the useful ones out of reach.
I'm not sure if that was RNG or intentional, but it kept moving at the top.
I should get more points because he hit the spikes, or more damage.
Yeah.
And then also sometimes when he jumps, he just destroys them anyway, and then I can't get them anyway. I don't like you.
This one's tough. The boss does put out so many of those things, you can afford to be patient. So it is very easy to also just bounce over this.
Ow. This is getting better.
Yeah. Alright, I do have a question regarding the crystals. I don't know the answer to this. If you hit them while they're in mid-flight, before they stick into a crystal, can you break them in one shot then?
Find out. No.
Okay. I was thinking maybe you were supposed to like make flip off of them when they were moving at you, but no.
Now, to be fair, I didn't do the greatest job there, but I'm pretty sure I did hit one of them before it became a spike there. It still became a spike.
I'll take your word for it. It would probably be too easy if it worked that way. The game wouldn't be that nice.
Yeah, no, that doesn't.
Alright.
More confirmed that time.
I do think it's funny that Steven Judge looks like one of the Pinkies from the Moon, but with braided hair. They're like pigtails.
A little bit.
It's a good design, but the hair throws me off. It's like I'm not really sure what it's meant to be going for.
Oni of some description is my guess here. Oops.
I'm not gonna lie, I just keep thinking of this boss as like a school age demon girl. The particular hairstyle and the way it's tied just makes me think of that.
Yeah.
I will say, if nothing else, you should totally get more damage on the boss if it hits its own crystals.
That's true.
I'm trying to remember what later phases this are even like. You know what gets fucked up. I don't remember what it does.
I'm just gonna do that just as a fun one attempt here, just to see if I can get it into the more fucked up phase here. Oh, round waves. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking of, is the thing that shoots them from above. Although, funny enough, I think it's actually easier for me to deal with than the one where it throws them at you overhand.
I could see that, because it, like...
Like, underhand projectiles are annoying to me as well. I mentioned the one, because bouncing projectiles and underhand projectiles kind of go hand in hand to me.
Hate softball.
Yeah. That worked. Crossed the boss up so it went in the wrong
I
direction.
did. That was really cool. Oops. I thought I was going to run, so I was trying to cross it up again, but it did a jump instead. And Yeah, that was just weird. Weird attempt.
You know,
Strike it from the record.
They're not all going to be winners. In fact, most of them won't be. But only one of them has to be.
That's very true. Again, on the, like, just, this is going real weird.
I mean, it's going weird, but you avoided a shocking amount of damage in the early bits of
That is true.
Oh yeah, I think I remember how this went. I think when I was fighting this boss, it was before work one day. So I was desperately trying to kill this boss before I had to, you know, actually go. Oh, that was bullshit.
Where I tried to cross him up and he instead crossed me up there.
Yeah, he delayed that charge way too much. Good run, though. Got him down to half.
Yeah. At some point, I'm going to remember... Oh, just... Bad start. Bad start. We're going to just have some fun bouncing on this man. You know what I mean?
I don't. Please elaborate.
I'm talking about his non-existent genitals. He's Fin Fang Fuming it over here.
Well, no, Fin Fang do have pants.
Well, that's true. He just didn't have any genitals.
Also, I have not looked into it, but apparently, Dark Anger is back.
What?
I'm not sure which comic it was in. I believe it was something with myself.
What?
I'm gonna go try to look this up again.
Put Dirk Anger in Marvel Rivals.
Oh, apparently, he recently appeared in X-Force.
What's he doing there?
So after Next Wave, apparently they cloned Dirk Anger's brain into a spare broccoli guy body. So he was being a broccoli man beyond Corporation. And then, basically, the Beyond Corporation and Hate kind of had a breakup. So he took some of their resources and used it to try to clone the whole Next Wave team, but only succeeded in cloning a bunch of Goomboons.
Oh no.
He tried to use as suicide bombers, and they were all like, no, that's dumb. So that didn't work. Because they just didn't follow orders. And then he cloned his own mom.
Oh god.
And gave her a bunch of mutant powers, and she still did not love him and proceeded to make fun of him a lot and abuse him, which made him very sad. And then he was defeated by X-Force, apparently.
Sure. Okay.
And then he was apparently turned back over to Beyond Corporation. So I guess they're just a thing in the Marvel Universe now, they're just around. Now looking at the page for the Beyond Corporation. Apparently they're run by a woman named Maxine Danger.
Great. spider. Bonk. Oh my god. Bad start, but like slightly better start than the past bad starts, so I'm not giving up immediately.
I've stumbled across something horrifying. In the Marvel universe that Spider-Ham is from,
Mm-hmm.
there is a version of the Beyond Corporation there called the Beyond Corporation with two B's.
Great.
Spoilers, the B-based.
I...
But, yeah. Apparently... Hold on. The organization created something called a time cube.
Okay, okay. Tell me about the time cube.
Apparently it was capable of transporting individuals across the multiverse and was connected via wormhole to an incomplete time cube from the Spider-Ham universe. Used by the Green Goblin, which I believe is some kind of Green Goblin,
But a turkey.
or something.
Yeah.
No, yeah, okay, I think you're right. I don't know. It's very strange. None of these things make sense. I hate the Spider-Ham universe and all the way now. I just thought it was great that there was a time cube.
And the Beyond Corporation.
Oh yes, that's also pretty good. So trivia, Beyond Corporation currently owns the Spider-Man name and likeness, and they bought the tree.
Great.
Alright, that was our Marvel Comics feature report. Unless you'd like to talk about the death of Paul.
I don't have much about the death of Paul other than I saw that it happened. And then apparently the nicest thing Spider-Man was able to say was he was a human being.
Yeah, Peter Parker's kind of a massive piece of shit.
Which is very funny. But the specific comic detour that I was going to take is I've never, despite being, you know, the Hawkeye person, I've never necessarily been a huge fan of Bullseye. But he's kind of great in the recent season of Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah, no, I was watching clips from the latest episode of board again. And I was like, you know what, Bullseye? You're okay.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like maybe that scene wasn't supposed to win him more fans, but it kind of did.
I don't know if it was or wasn't, but yeah, it was.
Yeah, he's not so bad.
He's an okay guy. He loves his neighbor's cat. Makes that cat eggs.
I'm sure if cats should have eggs.
Cats can have eggs, yes.
They can? Okay.
Yeah. Oh. It's there. I forget.
Bouncing strategy was going really well, actually.
It kind of was. I was trying to get that crystal and then just kind of stayed up there. I forget what the specific nutrient is, but there is like a nutrient in eggs that helps cats' hair. It helps their hair out, and it keeps it from like getting tangled up in their digestive system. I mean, this is not going to go, but... Oh, this boss fight. Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, I do remember this being one of the harder ones.
That's fair. Oh, I got it. Didn't think I got the super move there, but I did. Yay. Don't like you.
He's a very frustrating boss. I will say, I think this is one of the ones where having that little, the axe, the Castlevania axe. I help. Because whenever one of them ended up on the wall, I could just throw that. As long as it was the purple one.
Yeah.
It helped with those awkward angles.
I feel like the problem is that most of the time when they go up high, it's the blue one. Like that. Like, I can't do anything about that.
You can also always do the charge thing to get a power up. It's too simple.
Yeah, the problem is my health is in short supply.
Yeah. Health is at a premium, I understand. Something about this thing's design really does remind me of, like, old school, like, 90s image comics. Like, this thing feels like it would have been in school.
I can see it. Choose better. Thank you. Honestly, I might try and see if I can't skip this second phase, because it's the one that bugs me the most.
I mean, it's not a bad strategy. This is, like I said, the third phase where it drops through from the ceiling. I honestly find to deal with. Like, I actually prefer that to the underhanded toss it.
I don't like that it can change the direction of its charge. Also, that's my other comment here.
I don't like how late it changes the direction of the charge. It's so delayed.
Like it
Dark Souls level tracking.
It gave two, like, you know, stomps in one direction. I should be able to switch at that point. Oh, wait. Okay, I think the answer is do the first phase, do the second phase until I get kind of annoyed by the second phase, and see if I can't jump to the bits of the third phase. Seems to be maybe the way to go about this.
Yeah, I think the third phase attacks are really more manageable. They work for me personally. So skipping the phase where he has the most annoying combo is good. We're technically giving him more options of things to do, but the new options are actually less bad than the ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Jump, damn you. Not like that. Damn it. That is the best I've done so far, so that seems to be the strategy of... As soon as I get annoyed by the second phase is when I will pop the super. Which is a funny metric, but, you know, whatever works. I didn't get annoyed at any point. And I should have, apparently. Oh, wow. I shouldn't have stood in him. This time. This is the run.
That was close.
Yeah. I've had two pretty close ones, which are nice. It's a bad start. Ah! I got faked. I faked myself out. This time, this is the run. Ah, I forgot it does that. This time, this is the run. Damn it. I'm like one hit away every time now. Welcome to the rest of my life, almost beating this boss. My name is Sisyphus. I will be your tour guide.
But are you a happy or an unhappy Sisyphus?
I would say I'm an unhappy Sisyphus, but still enjoying myself Sisyphus. If that makes any amount of sense.
Leave a list of fictional depictions of Sisyphus so I can make a graph. And you can tell me where you are on the Sisyphus chart. Are you Hades, Styx, or are you Phoenix Rise Sisyphus? To be honest, I really can't think of any other depictions of Sisyphus.
I also kind of can't. Because, like, I don't think Sisyphus really shows up in, like, God of War. That seems like the most likely candidate for...
Yeah, I think you're right.
Fuck.
That was close, though.
It's so close every time now.
Oh, the rock to the head. See, I was gonna recommend, depending on how that went, I was like, you just gotta burn that whole shuriken meter on this dude's face. But he's that low.
Kinda, yeah.
And then took a rock to the head. Still, like, it's getting better and better each time. At least I think it is.
The run will happen at some point if you will stop throwing the fucking power-up rocks directly into the wall in front of him. I did kind of just give up at the end there. It's okay. This time.
This is the one.
I just do this, kind of. That kind of worked. A little awkward to do, but... I was hitting both square and circle at the same time, for the record.
That is the chuckle of victory, I assume.
Yes, but it is a chuckle of awkward victory, but it was a victory.
Look, you got him. That's what matters.
I felt so much demonic in that technique, Kenji. Come on.
Fought like a true warrior, chucking rocks and headbutting me repeatedly.
Yeah. Okay, that took a while.
It did take a bit, but like I said, I'm pretty sure that was like the hardest thing I did in the entire game was getting that guy.
Okay. I think that will probably do it, because that took a while. Next time we will get this last crystal in the construction site, and then continue on in the ninja adventure. Join us probably next week. All right, everybody.